充电已完成。
Now, can everyone see me and hear me? Hello? I don't know if I'm live. Are we live? I can't see. Why can't I see? Oh, loud and clear. For some reason now, I can't see. Give me a second. Channel. Live. Now. Hopefully that's it. Yeah, so I said I'd quickly come on. Just finishing up, kind of bored. And so how is everybody? Matthew, Jack, Porrick, Remo. How are we all doing? What is everybody up to? Oh, that's all outside. It's a cow. Ricky, how you doing? When's your new video coming out, Ricky? Yeah, it's nice to have non weather. Don't know that. Where is everybody? Where's everybody at? What you working on? Renault, is it? French, Peugeot? Soon. You've got a week, Ricky, a week. 1 week. Norway. Vietnam. In arm. It raisin. It's not far from where I'm from. Portugal. Yes, I know where you're from. What are you working on exactly? What am I drinking? Some hot chocolate. Lovely. All right, Phil. Yeah, it's nothing really. Just I was kind of finishing up, bored, and I haven't done a live chat in a while, so I said I'll quickly go on. It's not scheduled or anything, so we'll see how many people we get, if we get any. Any questions? Should really stop swinging in my chair. It's annoying because I have to look at my screen and the camera's in the middle, so I'm not looking away from you. Oh, a Passat with the block DPF. I would never have guessed that. Never seen a Passat with a block DPF. Loving the new logo. Thank you. Does anybody know what this actually is? Now, depending where you are from in the UK, you might recognize it. When you get in your toolbox. The toolbox, well, I don't want to say too much, but it's kind of like close. Let's put it that way. It's close. See it soon. Loose soul. Daniel. Well, thanks for that, Daniel. The Lincoln Imp, yes. The Lincoln Imp. Oh, no one guessed that. No one guessed what the blue car was. Is your garage sign out on the road? What do you mean, Porrick? This isn't my garage sign. This is the kind of the channel sign. How's it going, mate? What do you think it is? Bob, what do you think it is? Have a few guesses and I'll tell you. If anyone didn't see my face, oh, it was a long time ago, I think a Facebook and Instagram post on a blue car, no one guessed it. And then I had to put another video up on Facebook again today to explain about what happened to the lift, which was funny. Not the lift, that wasn't funny, but the blue car was funny. I've got an issue with the Renault Megane AC compressor. Is it charged? First thing you're gonna have to do is take off one of the little caps and just get like a small screwdriver and just poke it in past the valve, see if it actually comes out. Because if it doesn't come out, then you've got no charging and it won't work. You need to be charged, but if it needs to be charged, it must be leaking, so you're gonna have to get that sorted. So yeah. Wow, Estonia. What happened? What happened with what? Morning, Howard. Haywood. Haywood. Oh. What happened to what? How's Rob from what? I'll speak again. Rob's good. Yeah, Rob's good. If you watch his Facebook page, it will explain what's happening with Rob at the minute. He's still doing YouTube videos, so don't worry about that. Lift. Oh, you'd have to see the, well, I've got it here. This is what happened to the lift. If you go on the Facebook page, what is it? Yeah, I'm not even going to try and pronounce your name, but thanks, mate. Yeah, it has gone stupid, but the aircon gas. Now, the story with the lift. Oh, let's get the camera right. You can see that a bit easy. That way you see all the charring and that. I was working on the lift while putting the car up, and all of a sudden, a massive bang. All the pixies came out. This started smoking like crazy, and it just went bang. There's the live cable. You can see what happened. So I put a picture on Facebook, and got a lot of keyboard wankers again, as usual. But anyway, we don't mind that. They said I basically bodged it. Now, I never did it. It was done properly, and it wasn't bodged. They said it should have been screwed down. It should have been this, and it was actually screwed down, but the screws, the head of the screws blew off because of the bang, and I had a cable tie around it. And I must admit, yeah, kind of from the picture, it looked like it was cable tied, but it wasn't. The cable tie was there to hold the cord nice and neat. Didn't really think too much of it until kind of getting all the abuse messages, and then I actually did a little video showing you could see the bolts were still there, explain why the cable tie was there, and that obviously shut people up. But anyway, yes, it wasn't nice. If I was touching the lift at the time, there was a good chance I wouldn't be here now. Literally, that would have been game over because, yeah, not good. And then I had to leave it live to keep all my other sockets going and stuff. It was just one of them things. But what have I missed? Pressure switch on the Renault has a problem too. Yeah, but we just need to make sure, Porrick, that there's actually got gas in the system. Because you haven't got gas in the system, that has to be done for. Well, if it hasn't got gas in the system, you have to check for leaks before you do it. Before we go on that, I thought it was a some sort of Japanese market. It was Toyota Corsa. That's what it was. Oh, Glenn, how you doing, Glenn? I've been hiding, yeah. Drew's in the house. How you doing, Drew? Yeah, I let all the sparks out and skid marks. Yeah, it wasn't nice because it was literally about that far away from me as it happened. Thank Christ. Oh yeah, proper 240 volt, not 110. Proper voltage. But yeah, so that was it. I didn't really think anything of it from the pictures. I just assumed people might have a bit of sense, but then we are dealing with people on Facebook and YouTube, so you know, I should have known. Was it really digging you that much? I forgot all about it, actually. I put the post up and then I forgot all about it. Single mass V50 09 the duck brake spring gauge pedal after rebuild. Have I missed something there? Have I missed a thing? You have to comment again, mate. Yeah, I know, Drew. I've never seen one around. That's why I took a picture of it, because I knew nobody would guess it. High amp sex toys can, yeah, they can, Glenn. You should know all about that. Are you sure it was a lift? Are you sure it was a lift? What have I missed again? I did, my wife. Oh, that's it, break everything. I've never seen one of them, Warwick. Not around here, anyway. Why am I still holding this? Don't need it. So how is everybody doing? What are you up to? Must be bored. One thing I do know, you must be bored. Oh, Glenn. Glenn. Everyone should go to, there's a few channels on here that I know. Everyone should go to All-Star and Drew Auto and subscribe. You'll see them if you click on their name. I don't mind doing that because my camera's here. You click on their name in the chat, go and subscribe to them. Just be careful with Glenn, though. He can be a lot of sex toys hidden in his videos. See if you can find them. It's nice. It's 5 o'clock here. Well, 10 past 5. Yeah, 10 past 5. Bring it down, Porrick. Double to single mass flywheel. Are you saying, is it possible to go from a dual mass to a single mass flywheel? Depending on your car, what car you're putting in. Some cars, they just don't really like it, and some of them do. Yeah, I've just seen a video of the Flying Scotsman going through Lincoln. Where's it going, or what's happening? How's my rally car coming along? Again, it's like everything. It's like my Cosworth build over there. It's just time and money, slow. If I had your money, Glenn, it'd be done by now. But unfortunately, I don't. Go and check out Glenn's new ride. He's just bought a brand new car. Go and check out his channel. Big V8 thing, even though my 4-cylinder, all you'll see is the arse of my car, Glenn. Little 4-cylinder. Shame you didn't live closer. I could embarrass you every day. need. Need what? Real talk. 6.2 litre, yeah, 6.2 litre. I've only got a 2 litre turbo, 4-banger. How do you think you'll fare up against it, Glenn? Would you like to be embarrassed by... What year is your car? 2018 and mine's 1986? I like you not answering the question. You're dodging it. Very clever. So what time is it where everyone is? Aren't you supposed to be working, Glenn? Yes. You want to actually convert it yourself, or you want to buy a camper van? Because camper vans are ridiculously expensive, especially in Ireland. The fastest bet you've got, we'll do it. The fastest, the newest one, because then my old car over there can beat your brand new car. Lunchtime where Glenn is. Drew is 9 o'clock. Are you actually in Lincoln itself, Daniel? Build myself. Very simple. You want to build it yourself, or you've already done it? Oh, I need a van. So you're looking for a van. It all depends. What year was you thinking of going for? Because that would be easier to answer that question then. Spending my lunch break with Leo. Prison time. Prison time is good though, Glenn. Didn't you say you had fun when you was in prison? With your cellmate? You had to put a curtain up or something? You had private time? Shows the Sierra. I've shown the Sierra loads of times. It's over there. Every time I take it out, I get in trouble. So I have to be careful when I take it out. 2009 to 2014. Well, I'd go for a Ford, just because they're cheaper to buy, cheaper to repair. They all have problems, but they're one of the cheapest to buy and repair. Are you market raised? Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. Sierra out of the bubble. It's in the bubble at the minute. I bet you did, Glenn. I bet you did. So yes, what's everyone thinking of my new logo? Or I changed my logo on my channel. This is kind of, it's a soot. There's just a bit of color in this one. I will be doing videos on this year. I just need to get a chance, and I have to be careful because I have to be careful what I film, because you don't want to film yourself getting into trouble, in the sense of, you know, you can film the road and not the speedo, or the speedo and not the road. Thanks, Drew. It does look a bit like that, Glenn. A bit different to the leprechauns you get in Ireland, though. The leprechauns don't look like this, you know. So what's everyone doing for the evening? Any exciting plans? It does look like that, doesn't it? just stop twizzling in my chair. I can't stop myself twizzling. What's everyone doing for the evening? Any exciting plans? Can't go wrong with a Ford, that's a fact. I'm working after work. What are you working on after work, Drew? Is it fixing Oz's car? That's good to hear, Drew. Yeah, it was evening here, so, well, afternoon. I haven't really spoke to him since the new job, Glenn, but I think it's going all right. Yeah, the sun is shining in me, a bottle of wine and some sausages on the barbecue. Do you know what they used to call a sausage in World War II? Does anybody know that? Without Googling it. What's my opinion on the new Ford RSs? There's a few opinions on them. I don't know why they've gone for the style of the engine they've gone for, with the way they've set up for the pistons, because they're having an awful lot of head gasket problems. I don't mind. Just went for. I understand why they went for the style of engine for cooling and stuff, but for a performance engine, it's not really. Yeah, I don't think the engines are particularly great. I know they're getting different head gaskets and different stuff, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't really seen any of the brand new ones, but yeah, I don't think they are. F-150 broken plugs in it. Oh yeah, I heard you have a problem with them. Picking up my dog. What's wrong with your dog? Is he all right? Ding, ding, ding. Hope he's all right. And usually the aircon on my Severa is working. You might need aircon on the Severa when it goes on fire. Oh, sorry, but I had to say that. I missed. Just blood tests. Yeah, my dog was in the vet a few weeks ago. Mike, disgruntled mechanic, how you doing? That's our question. No, I have not seen any problems. Does anyone know why you keep having problems with the F-150 with the plugs? Is there any reason? Can anyone tell me that? We obviously don't get them over here. Yeah, you can see there's a few more people in. So we've got Disgruntled Mechanic, Oz, and I don't know if Drew is still in the house. But everyone, if you click on their names, go and subscribe to them. They've got great channels. If you haven't already. Oh, is that what it is? Was it liquor store yesterday? So. Oh, Mike's off today. Yeah, I know that they snap and they have problems with snapping, but it's only the back cylinders, isn't it, that snap, not the front ones? Or do they all kind of have problems? But aren't the Ford F-150s quite cheap in America? Aren't they a cheap vehicle to buy? Especially new? Or is that wrong? Yeah, I saw Eric's video on it. So is it okay if you have the gearbox filled up with 1.5 quarts? Now, is a quart, isn't that a litre? Or is that an American litre, which is just under our litre? Because the American litres and European litres are actually different. 1.5 litres of oil, if it is 1.5 litres, is in and around about right. I'm not sure off the top of my head, but it's in and about right. But if you just take off the top bolt, and then you'll see if the oil's coming out, you know you've filled it enough or not enough, as the case may be. My 16 not fully loaded was 43k. Compared to what though, Oz? Compared to how much is a say a Chevy truck? 15 cali makes vibration noises first and second downside. First and second. Second and third. Yeah, that could be loads of things. It could be brakes, it could be CV joints, it could be gearbox, it could be clutch related. We haven't found a tank for the Merc yet. No, we kind of have and we haven't. And I've just hit the sign. We kind of have and we haven't. So it's just, it's trying to get a good one. We can't get a new one. So it's trying to get a good second-hand one. And they're all old, and that's the problem. Hi, Joe. Yeah, the Cummins. Oh, big. Saw you. I saw you. Saw who? Ford. Smart mechanic 85 for a fully loaded Chevy. Wow, so it's 40 grand more. Is it worth 40 grand more though? When do we see this six? You've seen this year in some of my videos. I can't really turn the camera around as such because it's all kind of fixed, but you'll be seeing another video. My Chevy SS was 43 in 2005. Yeah, so cheap compared to cars here. How much to get a sign like that made? I don't know, because I got that made for free because my dad made it. So I don't know how much it is. That's what he does. That's what he does now. So I don't know. Don't know, Porrick. What is the cheapest diesel over there? Anything French? You mean new? Do you mean like a new car or just in general? True. Earlier, I rang and thought it's the wrong fuel pumps under the one that's in the Ford car. Am I missing something? Hardcore United Squad. You'll have to remind me. We can load of trucks with leather interior. Yes, it was. You're asking me what I know what SS means, as in the car or as in Hitler? See you later, Porrick. Let us know how you get on. We're going back too fast now. What is it? Don't keep us. What is what? What's going on? Oh, Diagnosed Dan's in the house. Another shout out to him. Everyone, like I said about Mike and Glenn, click on Diagnosed Dan and you'll find his channel. We'll just we'll turn him blue and click on Diagnose Dan. And yeah, he does some fantastic stuff as well. He really knows his stuff. There's a video coming out on him. Is your transit a chicken shed? It kind of looks like one. It's a fast chicken shed. What's that? Cancel. Why do all the updates come on when you're live? Yes, you're blue. We can't say anything. Yeah, we have to stop talking about Dan now because he's here. The fake Scotty. How you doing? Thanks for the $2. Right, what have I missed? I want a big sticker for my tool. Well, that's maybe a bit too big for your toolbox. I don't know. I think that's 4 foot by 4 foot. That. How far? From Athlone, maybe an hour and a half-ish. Depends how fast you drive. The transit, the engine is over there. You can't see it, but I'm just waiting on money. Every time I get a few quid, it goes on something else, as everybody knows. So, you know, that's just how it is. But yeah, it's still there. Won't be long now. If you remember back in Thomas's show about the Mini Cooper that I lost. Oh, I remember, yes. Did you find out what it was, Joe? Oh, that'll all change soon, Glenn. Don't worry. That'll all. I've got some stickers here, but now they're old ones. Here we go. I got some of the old stickers made. Then we changed everything, so I have to get. I've only got a few of them, but we've changed them now again. But yeah, don't worry. There'll be some coming. Hi, Dom. Knocking sound from the front wheel. What have I missed again? Knocking sound off the front wheel. I missed something there. If it's a knocking sound you go over bumps, it could be your drop links. Oh, you've been getting the good stuff, Glenn. Don't worry. Oh, you actually didn't skip the video. That's surprising, Dan. Dan got caught big time the other day for skipping a video. Naughty, 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 Dan. Naughty. I replaced the drop links 10 minutes ago. Oh, I replaced drop links 10 minutes ago. On what? Sway bar. No, they're called drop links, not sway bars. But you're foreign, guys. No, I never do. You got caught, Dan. You got caught big time. Freelander. Oh, yes, I have another video coming up on the Freelander Jeep. I keep calling it a Jeep because everybody loves it when I call it a Jeep, especially the Jeep owners. Hashtag no. Yes, Drew. Hashtag no skipping. Remember that, Dan. No skipping. Sway bars, you mean? Anti-roll bar. Well, no, you've got an anti-roll bar, and then you've got drop links, and then you've got D-bushings on the anti-roll bar. What do you guys in America call the D-bushings? Is it sway bar bushings? How did you like to play? Well, I must admit, Dan, when I first got cookies from you, which someone sending you cookies from Holland, you're always a bit, you know, well, these cookies going to make me feel really good, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, I don't skip through it, I Sway bar link, sway bar bushings, and end links. No, Glenn. You see, that's why you're going wrong. It's not track ends. It's, I can't even talk. It's drop links. It's anti-roll bar, and it's debushings. We all understand. Ah, how many different names is it? Why can't everyone just stay with the same name? Okay, thanks, but I've already checked the sway bar. Well, if you check the sway bars, it could be, well, it could be loads of things. It could be your wishbone bushings. It could be your shock tops. It could be your the ball joint. If you lift up the car, you can check the ball joint with like a big bar to make sure it's not separating from the hub, because that can also bang as well. I found a company that makes it easy and sells the whole thing valve cover. How much is it, Joe? Americans. Oh, true that. Have you still got a problem with it, Joe? Special cookies, yeah, special cookies. They were lovely. There's a video coming up on that. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. But everyone, you see the guys that are blue, go and subscribe to them because they've got some fantastic channels. Pushing things, yeah, just call them thingies. Or in Ireland, when they don't know the name for something, it's called a yoke. What's that yoke? That yoke's connected to that yoke. That's honestly what they say. It can get very confusing here at times. Did you fix the yoke yet? You're like, what? It was 60 ship from America. You got it from America? Whereabouts are you, Joe? England's stay away. Yeah, there's a lot of sex toys hidden in Glenn's video, which is Ozstar. So yeah, just be careful. It will further widen every 6 months. Off in Portugal. And you still got a problem with it now? How much was it as well? $60 American. Robinson's daughter, how you doing? What time is it where you are? Long time no see. Also, Will's just popped up. You'll see him, Robinson's Auto. Click onto him as well. Oh, yes, yes, yes. See that little button on your computer, Glenn? So the little X, just click the X. Close to me. Oh, same time, okay. Yes, Drew. Everyone should go. Everyone that's, oh, I should, actually, sorry, Drew. We can change you. We're going to have to ban Drew. Drew, you're blue. You're blue, Drew. Everyone that's blue, everyone should go over and subscribe to these guys. No, Glenn, you click the triple X. That's where you get into problems. Will is also a good singer. Yes. Might want to show you singing, Dan. What do you think? I have that video. See if I can find a video. I know we might leave it for another day. How close are you two guys together? So that's Will and Mike. Are you actually close together? No, you didn't. What? Where are the trolls? I feel I'm collecting my paycheck. I don't know where the trolls are. Bring them on. I don't mind trolls. Bring them on. Are you warning me, Dan? Oh, I'm missing something. Are you warning me not to show the video? Is that what it is? You shouldn't warn me because I might just. You and Will should do a video together. That'd be fantastic. My brother's GT86 made a weird smell from the exhaust when cold. I checked the filter and thought okay, 3, and on short-term 1 on the long-term. What could the smell be? The fuel trim seem all right. Ooh. What type of smell is it? Is it like an eggy smell or anything? Yes. Oh, so you are warning me, Dan. Would there be any more videos in the Citroen GS? Well, it just depends. The problem is I fixed it so good that it hasn't had a problem. So I don't know. I think there's a few oil leaks in it and stuff. So, but it's not a simple case of just dropping the sump. You have to drop the subframe to drop the sump, but then to drop the subframe, you're dropping all the suspension and it's all. So that might be coming. I don't know yet. I just got a message from Dan. Oh no, I thought my phone was beeping. I thought I might have got a message from Dan. So yeah, there might be a few more videos. Hopefully there will be, because I love that old Citroen, and it's a CX, not a DS. Well, you should all do a video then. Glenn, Mike, and Will should all do a video together. That'd be brilliant. Oh, I keep getting stupid. Upgrade your virus scan now. Oh. Yeah, I think you should do that, everyone. What do you think? Mike, Glenn, and Will should all do a video together. I just got a message from Dan. I'm not going to show it, Dan. Not this time. It might be coming in another video. You never know. You never know. Oh, God. Clickbait. You're the master of clickbait, Glenn. I think that's set then. I think you three are going to have to get together and do a video. Do a video together. It'd be awesome to see. And what opportunity? I saw your video, Drew, but I missed the live stream. What opportunity did you miss? I haven't gone back and viewed it properly yet. Unlike Dan, I don't just skip through videos. Isn't that right, Dan? This will never be finished. Yeah. That's true as well. Oh, yes, Mr. Clickbait himself. Glenn is a master. He's definitely a master. Beta. You didn't scope something you should. Well, what was the problem? What was the problem, Drew? Mechanics who change the tire. Well, I know who's going to pipe up when he reads that comment. I don't know where fake Scotty's gone. The hole in piston 3. Was it petrol or diesel, Drew? Toyota question. What question do you have for him, Glenn? I suppose being in America, it's going to be a petrol, isn't it? Petrol. So you didn't scope something, but there was a hole in the cylinder. Well, let me try and figure that out. What could you have scoped to find out that? Relative compression test, maybe. That would easily tell you if you've got, well, it wouldn't tell you if you've got a hole in your cylinder, but it'll tell you if you've got a pressure problem. What problem you having with it, Glenn? Petrol. No, how can a gas be? You can't call it gas. Petrol's a liquid. How can you call a liquid a gas? It's a liquid. God, it's like the drop links and sway bars all over again. Petrol is a liquid. Gas is something else over here. Yeah, I know, Dan. Yeah. Fucking gas. It's a liquid. Where's Drew gone? I want to know if I'm right. Mark, how you doing? Long time. What have you been working on today, Mark? I know I'm always right. So was I right, Drew? Or am I completely off the mark? Was you thinking of something else? Clusters. Are you watching the phone and driving at the same time, Mark? That's illegal. Oh, I see. We're trying to actually defend gasoline and petrol now, are we? That's funny. That's funny. Maybe, or an in-cylinder pressure transducer. Yeah, the only problem with an in-cylinder pressure transducer for that, depending if you've got like 8 cylinders, because most will be a V8, you'd have to do it 8 times. But with a with the other way, relative compression test, you can kind of do it all at once. It's just quicker. I don't know. It's up to. I suppose it all depends where the plugs were there. Did they fix it? Anyway, Drew, are they fixing it? Just listening. Still illegal, Mark. Isn't it? Isn't it illegal just listening? Are you driving? Aren't you supposed to be concentrating on driving? Well, they actually make heater plugs that can test the pressure inside your engine, Joe. And we have them over here, and they are ridiculously expensive. What car is it? Is it worth? Obviously not worth putting a new engine in it, Drew. Here we go again. Motor, engine, engine. Is it not worth putting an engine in it? How much are engines over there, roughly, anyway? Delay on the chat is really frustrating. RPT Cruiser, we get them over here. How much would an engine be for one of them, roughly? I'm actually doing a video shortly, Joe, on the diesel pressure transducers, plugs. Cheap from Harbour Freight. $800 to $1,200 And what do you actually get when you get an engine? Because here, what we normally get is when we ask for an engine, is it's just the bare bones. So it's just obviously the block and the head, like alternators, starter motors, air conditioning, whatever. All the auxiliaries are off. There's nothing actually on it. It's just completely, bare, you could say. You can obviously buy it with everything on, but it's a lot more. If you just ask for an engine over here, you just get just the bare bones. What is the figure in your logo? It's the Lincoln Imp, Dan. Go onto Google and type in the Lincoln Imp. If you're from Lincoln, you know this guy. You'll even see in my chat little thing, you'll see the little Lincoln Imp. Same here. All right. And how much is the vehicle worth? The what? The Lincoln Imp, Dan. It's the Lincoln Imp. In all his glory. It just goes to show you actually don't look at my my logo, Dan. Like obviously, Dan doesn't watch all my videos through, and he doesn't look at my logo because my logo has, you can just see it there, the Lincoln Imp on it all. You've just been caught again, Dan. Dropped all this now. You got busted twice, Dan. Raven 2000s, how you doing? Just join the chat. How are you going to put your motor? What am I missing now? Do not Google. Do not Google what? The Lincoln Imp, is it? Talking to you. Hiya, Keith. It's shiny. Keith going bald right there. You just can't see it because he wears that hat all the time. But he's embarrassed about it and he told me not to say anything about it. But I just did. Sorry, Keith. He has a comb over. It's impressive. It's a 4-part comb over. You can't really see until the wind gets up. What have you been working on today, Keith? I'd say you're on your 15th car or 10th car by now. I was talking about your logo. I told you what the logo was, Dad. You didn't pay attention to my old logo, I said, because the imp's on there. But you would actually know that if you didn't skip my videos. I think he's getting fitted for a new wig. It's a good resemblance, isn't it, Keith? I got it from your phone when I hacked your phone. I got a lot more from your phone when I hacked it too, but I can't share that. If I share that, you'll get locked up. I think I can hear cars outside. I don't know if someone's just come in. Oh, I thought I heard a car door shut. No skippers. Yes, Drew, no skippers. Tell that to Dan. That's what everyone should do. Go to go to Dan's channel and put hashtag no skipping. Then he knows it's from me. Dogs are up. Yes, that's exactly it, Joe. That's exactly it. That's actually it, by the way. I think someone's here. I'm not sure. I'll have to check. Back in a minute. You can look at the imp. No, no one's here. He's coming to get me. No, they don't know where I am, Dan. No one's better looking than me, Keith. He wasn't complaining the other night. Just when you're in front of everyone, you're embarrassed. That's not very nice, is it? Poor me. It's just, yeah, isn't it cool? It's kind of like I said, it's from Lincoln. Everyone, well, if I suppose you live in a big enough city, there's always kind of something. And I thought it'd be nice to put it in the old YouTube logo. So I have ever since. It looks different. Keep thinking there's someone here. Maybe it's the imp. Maybe he's come back. What have you got in your, well, I was about to say, what have you got in your local town, Dan, but I think we all know that. What did I have in today? Or are you just asking in general, Keith? You're asking me, I had. What are the figures? I mean, this. Them figures, is it? Look at my logo and you'll see, especially the new one, it's a lot clearer. I had a clutch job in today and the wrong clutch came, so yeah, the joys. What did you have today, Keith? More green crusties, more GM stuff going wrong, is it? More GM programming. It's 6 o'clock here, John. Joe. You know. 6 o'clock. Well, 5 to 6. No one's got any of the stickers yet because these are now old ones. So these are no good. And all my new logos, so everything's coming shortly. And I haven't got any of yours anyway, Keith. So yeah. Stick that in your pipe. Keep thinking I'm hearing car doors. Oh, you should remember them, Keith. You was about 20 when they was about. Oh, a few more minutes, guys, then I've got to go, lock up, get out of here. I used to race motorbikes, motocross, when I was a lot younger. Then I went on to cars, but I haven't seen any races in Ireland. Well, I have years ago, but nothing recently. Well, you need to get stickers then. I thought you got stickers made, Keith. Sean's at home. He had no school today. He's chilling at home. I could have sworn you got stickers made, Keith. Oh, you need to get them made again then. Go to someone else. Yeah, I've only got a few. I only had a few kind of thingy ones made, but like I said, we changed. Then decided to change my logo, and these are no good. Well, I say they're no good, but they're not. Where's my number plate? Where's that go? Don't know. But yeah, everything's getting changed. What are you getting them made out of, Keith? Gold leaf? Just send me the solid 24 carat jobby. I'll keep me going for a few more weeks. All cost money. People don't realise. YouTube costs a fortune. Cameras, lights, microphones, everything. Any more questions before I go, people? We'll be going shortly. Getting some food. So as you can see, I'm wasting away here. How many are you getting made? I need to stop swinging on my chair. Can't help it. Oh, see, now I've gone too far. There we go. Love your videos, man. I was into you before about US. You was into me. Or did you contact me? If you contact me through Facebook, it's a lot easier. And yeah, we can do that. That's no problem. We can sort that out for you. We can film it as well. So then we can film and put it on YouTube, and then everyone can tell us why we're doing it wrong. It's normally how it works. Let me see. When I get money, the problem is, Peter, it's money. It's as simple as that. It's just down to money. Spent a lot on the engine. I still need to get a couple of little bits. Need to get a new alternator because the original one is too big. With my 4-branch, it just doesn't work. So I need to get a new alternator. Then I want to get the gearbox checked out because there's no point in putting all that money into it and not getting the gearbox checked out. And then we can put it in and we can start having some fun. So yeah, it's just money. Every time I save up money, something else happens and I need to spend that money elsewhere. It's just life gets in the way. That's all it is. Fucking life. I win the lottery, you'll see a lot of Cosworth videos. But it's going to be nice. 400 horsepower with anti-lag. 2-litre, 4-banger. That's not bad. That's not bad. Not sure of the torque yet, but it's going to be 460 foot-pounds of torque in and around there, I think. What part do we do? The alternator. I have to get one. I've gone through 3 alternators and they all don't work. My alternator guy is still trying to get me one that's going to fit, that I don't have to modify too much. Oh, I maybe read that wrong then. Yeah, I was chatting to you on Facebook. What do you do as a mechanic for a second-hand car? All right, sorry, I read that wrong. Well, what I always tell people is whenever they buy a car is like you don't believe anything the person tells you because they're most probably lying. You know, just because they say they service, just because they say they did this, basically means nothing. So I would give it a full service. I would change the timing belt if it's got a timing belt, obviously, because you just don't know. Don't rely on anyone to say it was just changed. Replace the timing belt. Yeah, you can do all the fluids, brakes and stuff like that. If they're obviously gone, replace them. If they look new, you can physically see a brake pad and a brake disc, so you can kind of see from there. But yeah, fluids, service, timing belt, I would definitely do. Because it's just, yeah, it's just better. Right in thinking you have a T4. No, I don't have a T4. I have a T5. Yes, T5 gearbox. I'm missing. I will find an alternator thing. No, I've got. It's not the problem is, Keith. It's getting a small enough alternator. It's not the problem with getting an alternator because of my 4-branch manifold. The way it works. I've got a drop-down bracket to bring my alternator down more so it's not as high. But the problem is the physical size of the alternator. I've gone through 3 at the minute, and they're just one kind of work, but there's too much. There's too much to. There's too much modification for it. So he's looking at a couple more, and then hopefully once we get that sorted, we should be good to go. We're close. We're close. So I have to get the newer style one with an inboard fan rather than an outboard fan because it's a smaller unit, and I want to get a more powerful one than what was originally on it. You know, all the usual stuff. Yes, Dan, I realise. I wouldn't put it past you for skipping it. Don't worry. Please. I don't get it. What do you mean? What about something in Japanese? As in what? As in a car? Wait for the reply after 60-second bloody lag. Oh, I don't care what it comes off. It doesn't matter. We're not necessarily sticking to a Ford alternator. We just need to find the right size alternator that is going to do what I need, going to have the right outputs, the right amperage outputs, because I want a big one. and that's the problem. I don't want just like a 40 amp or a 60 amp. I want a big one, 120 amp jobby. So yeah, I don't care what it comes out of. It makes no difference as long as it fits and as long as it's going to be powerful enough. That's it. Yeah, no, it's not. Like I said, it's not. I'm not necessarily going for a Ford one. I think the last one I tried was off. Was off a Nissan or something. I'm not sure, but no, anyone will do. It doesn't matter as long as it's small enough, powerful enough, and it'll fit. Because the last one I got was more or less perfect, but it wouldn't line up with the belt. The belt was completely off, so I'd have to just do too much messing with it. And I just want something that I can bolt on, bolt off. If it breaks or whatever, I can just replace it with another unit. I don't have to worry about special brackets. I don't have to worry about doing so. I just want to make my life easier in the long run. So that's why it's taking a bit to actually find it. I don't really want to do that. I just want to bang it in because I know it's going to work because I bloody built it. Just bang it in, be done with it. It all depends on the car. It just depends. I've seen timing belt kits for some cars at 60 quid, and then I've seen timing belt kits for some cars at 600 quid. So it just depends. It's hard to say. And again, it depends. The newer car you get, the more expensive the oil is. The older car you get, you can tend to get away with cheaper oil. So it's just too difficult to say. It's too difficult to answer that, unfortunately. Do you have a lot of? I don't so much. See, what I'm doing is the reason why I want more punch is because I'm going to be doing slightly different things. I'm trying to get. I've got 2 fans on my radiator, but I'm also trying to. I'm putting a 19 core oil cooler in it, but I want to put a fan on the oil cooler as well. There's a massive sound system in the back of it, and I mean it's huge. So I want to run that. Plus I've got other lights and stuff, so I'm putting a lot of stuff on it. That's why I want a bigger alternator. Not just because I want a big one, because I'm actually going to be using it. So I'm going to be running maybe 4 fans in the end, 2 for the rad, 1 for the oil cooler, 1 for possibly 1 for my fuel, because I want to cool my fuel as well. When it returns back, because the cooler the fuel, the more horsepower, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it makes a slight difference, but it helps. So it's possibly looking like 4 fans. There's like 3 amps in the back. There's 2 massive subs. There's like 16 speakers in it or something. Plus I'm going to have lights on the outside because I'm going to make it look like a work band. So yeah, that's why I want a bit more power. Brendan, how you doing? Also, what's your opinion on radiator leak? Do not use them. Do not use any radiator sealant. Waste of time. It's going to cause you more problems in the long run. It gets into your heater matrix. It fucks up your heater matrix. It just clogs everything. Just don't do it. Just, if your radiator is leaking, replace the radiator. End of discussion over. What should have been? I've done that. Done that one as well. Do that. You'll have to see. I have an old BMW 2 with 35 volts in it, and the stereo headlights will drain the backs on the long way. Yeah, that's why I want. I like to go overkill. If you go overkill, if I only need 60 amps to run that bandlet, there's no point going for a 60 amp alternator because you're stressing it. You know, a 60 amp alternator running at 60 amps isn't going to run for long. But if you get a 100 amp alternator, if I can get one that will fit, and it's running at 60 amps, let's say, well, then it's only 50% working. So it means it's not going to get as hot. It's not going to basically burn out before it's time. You're kind of trying to over-engineer things to make them last longer. Yes, they're more expensive, but if I was to put a cheaper alternator in and I had to replace it, every year, well, then if I just got one that was twice as expensive and it lasted for 10 years, well, then, you're up on money. It's as simple as that. Any advice for bleeding out cooling systems on a Vauxhall Corsa? They are a bitch to do. I don't think there's any bleed nipple on the Corsa as far as I'm aware. I'm trying to think. I don't think there is near the thermostat. I don't think there is, no. They're a nightmare. I did one, there's a video coming up on the Astra shortly, and the fans kick in on the Astra anyway. I'm sure it's more or less the same for the Corsa. I can't think off the top of my head. But on the Astra, it's like 105 degrees when the fans kick in. So you have to make sure you've got cooling in it. If you just put water in it and you take the cap off, the water will just bubble before it actually gets hot enough. If you just take the cap off, you'll see when the water's circulating, you'll see the bubbles come out. Once the fans kick in, turn on the heater inside, and once the fans kick in, it's bled. And especially when you're getting hot air inside, then it's bled. A nice 120 amp Bosch. It would be nice. We got 100, I think it was 100 amp I got, but it just, unfortunately, it just was too much modification to make my life easy. I could have done it. But if anything ever happened down the line, it would have just been more hassle to replace. So I just want something I can bolt on. If it pops up, I can bolt off, get another one, job done, sorted. See you later. Good luck. Any advice on making more money from robbing a bank? Yeah, that's one way of doing it. Glad that you walk in. Yeah, some of them Opals, they are a nightmare, Brendan. They're an absolute nightmare because, like I said, if you don't have enough coolant in it, they boil over before you can get up to temperature, and then you think there's an airlock when there's not necessarily an airlock. It's just that hot. But if you've got a scan tool, also, I would advise you to get the data pit up just to monitor the coolant level, or not the coolant level, but the coolant temperature, and then you can kind of go from there. But you'll see the top of the expansion bottle. You'll see when the water is circulating, and the bubbles normally come up from the bottom of the pipe. And then once that kind of stops and circulates, and you've got hot air inside, and your fans kick on, it's kind of done. If all that happens, so if your fans are turned on, you've got hot air inside, you put the cap back on, and it starts overheating, well, you have another issue somewhere. Block radiator, block something. You have another issue. Music band will take us to Dana. Yes, that was some good singing, Will. That was some good singing in your last video. Right, guys, I gotta go because I was supposed to be home like 20 minutes ago. And yes, all that. So look, thank you for watching, and have a good time. And yeah, that's it, people. And Dan, watch all the videos, yeah? Actually watch all the way through it. Sweet! Yeah.